Let's get mauled by some drinks while listening to the politics today. It's June, Friday the 14th. We dodged a bullet. Yes. Welcome to Barely a Bar. Seems like a month passes within a week because of how much happens in the world of politics these days. That said, let's try to break down a few things you should know. Now, this is a little different because I have actual public domain clips for you to watch and listen to as well. Yay! So let's dig in. Donald Trump is our first news topic today because he trends so much. Donnie has mastered the art of bull. You know what that is, right? Let me explain. Imagine yourself when you go to a meeting or a classroom and you're sitting down and just waiting for it to end, and suddenly your boss or teacher wants to go around the room and have everyone say something about this important project. Great! And to top off that luck, it's the one subject you know nothing about. Well, suddenly you have to put on your bull face and say stuff that won't make you look like the idiot in the room. So you say something like, "This project is a great project, by the way. So important, this project. So many people have focused on this project and worked so hard on it, overcome so many obstacles putting this project together. Let's give them a hand, folks. Yes, let's give them such a hand. Such an important project." And I could go on about this project, but I'm sure you get the idea of it. I just told you about an important project and gave you no details. This probably has happened to Trump a lot, so much now that he's mastered the art of saying the buzz phrases and getting through that meeting. Take a listen to the masterful bull. Take a look at Macron's face.
My people report back, they say it's absolutely excellent, but they work very well together. This was a very special day, and I want to thank you for inviting me. This was something that was, we read about it all our lives, Normandy. And there were those that say it was the most important ever, not just at that time, but ever. And to be a part of it and to have number 75 years was very, very special. So we might very much appreciate it. We met some great people today, some tremendous people, some very brave people. And I look forward to coming back. We'll be coming back. Hopefully over the years we'll be coming back. But it's a very special place. It's an amazing place. And it's somewhere when you think of those places of great importance, this is certainly one of the top. In the eyes of some, it's the top because of what it meant in terms of the turnaround of a very, very bad situation. That was the big turn. So I really enjoyed it. Seeing it firsthand was something. And
See, he also met with the Irish Prime Minister, where he seemed to suggest that they were building a border wall. The Irish Prime Minister had to correct him. I have a clip of that too. Let's take a listen.
Worked out very well, and also for you with your wall, your border. I mean, we have a border situation in the United States, and you have one over here. But I hear it's going to work out very well. I think it's supposed to work out well. It's going to work out very well here. And again, and the trade is such a big factor, and we're going to be discussing that very much. So it's an honor to be in Ireland with my friend, and he's doing a great job as your Prime Minister.
The main thing we want to avoid, of course, is a border or wall between.
No, I think you do. I think you do. The way it works now is good. You want to try and keep it that way. And I know that's a big point of contention with respect to Brexit is your border. And I'm sure it's going to work out well. I know they're focused very heavily on it.
See how that masterful bull just spins the argument around? Oh, I was saying this, but now I turned it into me agreeing with what you were just about to argue with me about. And since now we're on the same page, this topic is over. There's so much more from this week, too, from how well or not well he's doing in the polls, because he's trailing behind every Democrat, shakeups with Sarah Sanders leaving, and calls for Kellyanne Conway to be removed for violating the Hatch Act over a year ago, to the big story, which was that Donnie says that he would definitely take information about a political opponent without alerting the FBI. Now, if you are pro-Trump, you may say, not true, left-wing spin, fake news, or you may not have even heard the news or seen it at all. To be fair, both parties have indeed done this in the past. They were just caught without sufficient evidence linking the actual candidates to the various information from foreign governments. The difference here is that Donnie says he would do it on camera in an interview. Enough of me talking about it. I'll just show it to you instead. Let's take a listen.
It comes out, and they didn't even say, they hardly even talked about it.
Should he have gone to the FBI when he got that email?
Okay, let's put yourself in a position. You're a congressman. Somebody comes up and says, hey, I have information on your opponent. Do you call the FBI? I don't
it's
think.
coming from
I'll tell you
Russia,
what,
you do.
I've seen a lot of things over my life. I don't think in my whole life I've ever called the FBI. In my whole life. You don't call the FBI. You throw somebody out of your office, you do whatever you do.
Al Gore got a stolen briefing book. He called the FBI.
Well, that's different. A stolen briefing book. This isn't a stolen. This is somebody that said, we have information on your opponent. Oh, let me call the FBI. Give me a break. Life doesn't work that way.
The FBI director says that's what should happen.
The FBI director is wrong.
Your campaign this time around, if foreigners, if Russia, if China, if someone else offers you information on an opponent, should they accept it or should they call the FBI?
I think maybe you do both. I think you might want to listen. There's nothing wrong with listening. If somebody called from a country, Norway, we have information on your opponent. Oh, I think I'd want to hear it.
You want that kind of interference in our elections?
It's not an interference. They have information. I think I'd take it. If I thought there was something wrong, I'd go maybe to the FBI if I thought there was something wrong. But when somebody comes up with Oppo research, right? They come up with Oppo research. Oh, let's call the FBI. The FBI doesn't have enough agents to take care of it. But you go and talk honestly to congressmen. They all do it. They always have. And that's the way it is. It's called Oppo research.
Wow, you can't make this stuff up. Now, if you don't know, the Federal Election Commission says this action is illegal. It is recommended to tell the FBI right away. Sources from both major parties say it is grounds for impeachment. So we'll see what happens, because just a day later, now he says he'd tell the FBI because of all the backlash and everything. Of course he'd tell the FBI now. In social news, a deepfake video showing Mark Zuckerberg saying he's in control of billions of people's stolen data is being passed around on the platforms that are owned by Facebook. This begins just as Facebook is dealing with trying to decide if doctored videos that spread misinformation should be allowed on their platforms. Deepfake videos are something I mentioned back in Season 1, Episode 4 of Barely a Bar. It's making headlines again. There have been some really bad deepfake videos on Facebook of Nancy Pelosi saying things that she would never say. Obviously a fake video, but still would fool people not familiar with the technology and who believe the conspiracy theories. Since Facebook has refused to remove the videos, a couple of guys had some fun and now created a deepfake video of Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg and posted it on Instagram, the platform that Facebook owns. As you can see here.
Imagine this for a second. One man with total control of billions of people's stolen data, all their secrets, their lives, their futures. I owe it all to Spectre. Spectre showed me that whoever controls the data controls the future.
Pretty good, right? Let's see if Facebook decides to remove the deepfake video now. Speaking of Facebook, they are set to unveil their cryptocurrency next week. They've got more than a dozen big companies backing it up, including Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, and Uber. Can't wait. In food news, Stoned Gourmet Pizza in Bensonhurst will leave you stoned. Chef Chris the Pizza Pusher Barrett infuses his pizza with THC, cannabis oil, and says he'll keep doing it even if he's busted, because that will just create more buzz for his pizza. So if you're in the New York and New Jersey area, he's ready to serve you up to get you high and fulfill your munchie cravings as well. Burger King, Coca-Cola, and Netflix have partnered up to bring you the Upside Down Whopper, served in 1980s era BK packaging, available on June 21st, giving you that Hawkins feeling for Stranger Things, which premieres on July 4th. What genius thought up of flipping a burger upside down? That's what I want to know. In some bizarre news, 2 protesters in Oregon have been sentenced to 5 days in jail for throwing horse lubricant mixed with gold glitter on 2 police officers. They were protesting against a rally organized by a right-wing group called Patriot Prayer, and the 2 officers asked to see what was in the 2 4-gallon buckets that the defendants were carrying. Instead, the officers got to see that they were all that glittered. The 2 protesters fist bumped as they were being arrested. Did you get that reference? All that glittered? If you did, comment below for next week's prize. But now to announce the winner of last week's giveaway for that tale. The winner is Grim Reaper. Congratulations, Grim Reaper, you won. Now, for this week's giveaway, when you respond on the comment below about the reference, if you got it for All That It Glitters, what to give away? Not really sure what I can give away this time. Whoa!
I got something.
Ah! Hey, thanks, Crispin.
Hey, you're welcome.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Alright, so next week's giveaway will be this awesome hat. So comment below if you got the reference for All That Glitters is blank. You can fill it in, or you can reference the person who created the quote.
Yeah, you could be a gray fox or a gray wolf or whatever's got pointy ears and is gray, black, and white.
Yeah,
That's good times.
check it out.
Right.
All right, thanks for coming to Barely a Bar. Whoa, what in the world? I didn't even know there was a door there. One of those tunnels, I guess. Oh, those convenient subhighways you can travel back and forth through. Actually, if you got that reference too, you can also comment with that reference. And I will still count you in for this prize. So any of those references, 1 or 2. And thanks for coming to Barely a Bar. I'll serve you up a drink next week. Oh, by the way, before I go, remember, we're about to take our break. So we'll be gone for a month, but we'll still have some great content. So make sure you tune in, even though we're on the break during the month of July and half the month of August. All right, see you then.